We are speaking today a lot about European values, but what are European values? We have to start saying what is a value. Here we can take the definition of José Ortega y Gasset's very famous essay, What Values Are, 1923, in which Ortega says that values are real qualities present inside things. That means are real in the sense that they exist, but they are not as a thing, something that creates an opposition with reality, as a res. In this sense, when you have a value, you are speaking about a quality of a thing, like a beautiful jacket or a law that can be just or unjust, and so on. So there is a direct relationship between the structure of the thing you're speaking about and the quality of it, that is the value. If we apply all this to the European Union, we will have very interesting effects. Let's take, for example, what the European Union says about itself in the Declaration of Fundamental Rights of the European Union in its preamble of 2000. In this very relevant text, the European Union says that it's founded on the respect of human dignity, freedom, and equality, and democracy, and also rule of law. Now, this is the declaration of the Union about itself. But as Karl Marx said, we are never to judge a man about what he says of himself, and the same we have to apply to the European Union. So let's see if these values are really living inside the contemporary scenario. And here we can say that yes, of course, they are living, but there are some problems. Some problems like, for example, if you take human dignity, let's give a glimpse of what is going on in Hungary with the case of Ilaria Salis, which is really badly treated during his trial, with chains and so on, very inhuman behavior by the Hungarian government in this case, and Hungarian police. Or on the other side, if we look about how Coast Guards is working in countries like Greece, beating and putting back migrants on boats where they risk their life, or what they are doing at the border with police between Croatia and, for example, Bosnia-Herzegovina, or all the agreement that the European Union signed with Egypt or with Tunisia, and in the past by the same Italy with the support of the European Union with Libya. These are all agreements made with countries that do not respect human rights and then made massive violation of human dignity. So in this case, the Union is acting against its own value. And on the side of freedom, if we see the effect of the war which is going on in Ukraine or the one in Gaza, we saw that the climate created by this war is a climate of intolerance in all Europe, where people could not speak about the right of the Palestinian in manifestation because very often they are prohibited, or where people go to events just if they are Palestinian or Russia, they are stopped to participate, as happened to a very famous Palestinian writer who had to participate to the Frankfurt Book Festival, for example, or to a Russian pianist there just to play in Italy. No, this is just an example, but these are things that happened. Also on the other side, where pro-Israeli journalists were prevented to participate to events in Italy. All this climate of intolerance show a risk for the European Union, for its value of the freedom of expression. And the same happens if we look, for example, what was going on in Hungary also here with the law on the workers, what has been called the slavery law, that forced the workers to remain or their job, and forces them to not abandon their job. If they do it before the end of the contract, they have to pay a huge amount of money. This is something that goes against the right of the people to move inside Europe, and this goes against also European value. This is just example of what exists today, and this shows us that the Union needs to change in order, as an object, as an entity in its organization, in order to have the capability to implement its own value. And it has to change in a way that will give to the Union more power to implement its value. And that is a task we, as citizens of Europe, we are called to fight, to struggle for it, I think.